How's it going, everybody? David here with solarpowermyrv.com, and today I just want to give you guys a quick tour of this solar system we just installed on this Newmar Baystar. So for this installation, we decided to relocate the batteries and the inverter and most of the equipment into one of these side compartments here. So if you look here to the left on this slide out tray, that's where the original batteries were. So we took those out and installed 600 amp hours of lithium LifeBlue batteries. These are 200 amp hours a piece, and they have internal heaters for cold weather, and they also have an internal app for each battery to monitor each battery and the internal cells of each battery. This is great for troubleshooting and monitoring the life of your system. So if you look on this side of the bay, you see we have a main fuse here. This is the main fuse that protects your batteries and the whole system. And if you look over here, this is the Lynx Power In DC distributor. This is where all your components connect to the batteries. So it's basically a big battery post with a switch on it. And if you look at the top left, we have a main power switch. This will cut off everything from your battery, so when you put it in storage, you can turn it off and your batteries won't get drained. Now if you look at the top right, here is your MPPT solar charge controller. The wires from the solar panels on the roof come down to this main on and off switch and then go into the solar controller. They then come out of the solar controller to this resettable 120 amp breaker on the left and then go directly to your batteries. This is your Cerbo GX touchscreen monitor system. This is where all your components connect and talk to each other and then sends the information to the touchscreen on the inside of the camper. So if you look in this bay here, this is where we installed the 3000 watt Victron MultiPlus 2 inverter. What an inverter does is takes battery power, multiplies it times 10, and sends it out to your electrical panel as household power. So things like all of your outlets will work, your air conditioner, your refrigerator, your microwave, anything that used the generator or shore power before can now be powered through the inverter by the batteries. Most factory installed inverters only power one or two outlets in your RV. When upgrading to lithium batteries, you also need to upgrade your converter, which is your shore power charger, whenever you plug into shore power. With this unit here, this is an inverter and a charger all in one. So as soon as you plug in the shore power, it automatically turns it from an inverter to a shore power charger and charges your batteries at a higher rate than your standard converter. So moving on to the roof, this customer is a full-timer, and when you're full-timing, you're going to want as much solar power as you can get on your RV. So we maxed out his roof here with 1600 watts of solar. This is 8 200 watt solar panels. The general rule of thumb is that 400 watts of solar can charge about 100 amp hours of battery capacity in a good sunny day. So this 1600 watts of solar should be able to recharge around 400, maybe 500 amp hours of battery capacity in a day. So moving on to the inside, I'll show you where we mounted the monitor. So if you look here, this is where we mounted the Victron Touch 50 system monitor. This is a little more detailed than a standard battery monitor. This is going to tell you everything in your system and show you every component in your system and what's going on with it. So if you look here, we have your PV charger, which is your solar that's charging. You have your battery information here on the left. You see at the top right is how much AC loads you're pulling, and at the bottom is how many DC loads you're pulling. And if you look at the top left, the red box is where your shore power is going to show up whenever you plug in the shore power. Having the Cerbo Touch 50 monitor system is nice because it allows you to better manage your power and see exactly where all your power is going, and it basically allows you to go longer and farther on your solar and battery.